Morning team, welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Austria. So in the last episode we got our basic diplomatic setup sorted. We managed to get royal marriages and alliances with quite a lot of the electors of the HRE, guaranteeing us the maximum amount of imperial authority and hopefully re-election across the next time our leader dies. So, in this episode, I think we're going to start looking to possibly expand our borders a little bit, possibly take some actions. If I remember correctly, Venice is allied with France, which is awful. Urbino is under the Papal State, so they're probably a no-go. If we look at the mode here, Ferrara are a possibility. They are allied with Aragon and Genoa. Can we don't have any diplomats to send. We'll see if we can fabricate a claim on Oh, James, you're an idiot. No, that's the Papal State as well. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anyone in this area that we would particularly... Mercantilism is really, really nice. Yeah, I think we'll just go for that. That's not what I want. I want this. So mercantilism, we have just gained 1%. It increases our power production by 2.4. No. Oh dear. I'm not having a good episode here, am I really? It increases the basic income from trade. That's what it does. Ooh, Hungary has a new monarch. So they are a regency, and we have, wow, look at that. We have the same dynasty as both Bohemia and Austria, which could potentially give us the chance to claim their thrones in the future. That'd be really cool if we could. Emperor declared war on France. They cite Reconquest as their CB. That's not France, that is. So they're at war with Portugal, England, and then a separate war, Brittany. English Conquest of Armagnac, which is down here. This is obviously an English core. This start is very, very different to the one that I have experienced in previous patches, whereby France would have lots of tiny little vassals, would have a huge force limit at the start. The fact that the French vassals are actually integrated in this version of the game makes them actually slightly weaker because it reduces their force limit, and also England and France do not actually start engaged in the 100 Years' War, whereas in previous versions they have. I'm not sure how long the truce is, or even if they are in a truce at the start of the game, but it just gives her a slightly different dynamic at the start of the game. The fact, obviously there's still going to be enemies, but the fact that things are actually slightly different from what I've experienced before. It would be really nice to get a diplomatic reputation, a statesman, because within the HRE, if we look at someone's influence of us, then diplomatic reputation is 8, and we have diplomatic reputation of 1. Diplomatic reputation, in terms of an opinion modifier when influencing electors, has a 10 times difference when amplified in the HRE, which is really, really interesting. It's one of the strongest relationship boosters within the HRE, so it's really, really important to get. So we're improving relations with Chair and see if we can improve relations with Saxony. It is slightly annoying that people are voting for Bohemia, but we are. If there were to be an election today, we would still retain the emperorship. It is just slightly frustrating. There isn't obviously peace in the empire, so we are only gaining 0.04 at the moment. We should complete our mission to improve papal relations next turn. Next month, ticker next month, which is pretty good. The game's running really slowly because I'm actually uploading a video at the moment, so it's not actually going as King Elector of Bohemia. So there we've completed our mission, that's good. 0.5 extra papal influence. We'll look at Bohemia. So he doesn't have a legal heir. So we have the potential to claim his throne. Would we like to do that? That would be interesting. They are allied with Austria, Mainz and Saxony, who are electors. So we do not have the same ruling dynasty. I thought we did. On monarch death, succession war between Austria and Hungary. So, that's a bit frustrating. Improve relations with Salzburg. Yep, sounds like a good one. I always forget where they are. So we will remove the papal relations guy. Improve relations. So I'm a little bit worried that we haven't got an heir at the moment. Is there anything else? We can't get a royal marriage with Cologne. That is the only one that we can't get a royal marriage with. Do we get another relationship? Who has a disputed succession? Poland? Denmark? Denmark might be interesting. It would be cool to attempt to get a same dynasty as Bavaria and the Palatinate. I'm not sure what to do here. It would be nice to get some more royal marriages in order to increase the likelihood that we ourselves get an heir. And it would be nice to insert ourselves into some relationships whereby we could possibly gain some claims to different thrones. A royal marriage with Denmark would be nice. I think I will try and achieve that. We'll need to improve relations a small amount. So yeah, this is just telling us that we will get a personal union. We are now... See, the acquisition of a cardinal increases your papal influence by 0.5, which is actually almost more than we were previously getting, which is really, really good. So it means that we should, in theory... See, this is really nice because it allows +1 diplomatic reputation, which within the HRE is an incredibly strong modifier, particularly if we wanted to. Now we can build a fort. We have 2 forts in our country already. The capital, which is a level 2 fort, so it's not just a capital fort, and we have a castle here. It is really nice to have forts 2 spaces apart, because a fort administers a zone of control almost around the surrounding provinces. So it would be really nice to get one in Tyrol. Is that a realistic build? We don't seem to be going to war. We aren't making a ton of money. It would be nice to have the ability to make take mercenaries in the future. But I think Tyrol is an incredibly valuable province just due to the, what is it, 1.5 gold we get every 2.6 gold we get from it every month. We would not like to lose that and have someone come in. I think we will build a fort on that so that it is more defensible. If someone does begin to siege it down, they will be able to loot that province, and it will be an incredibly profitable province for them to loot, and it will actually make it incredibly difficult for us to siege it back if they do siege it. So I think building a fort on there is a nice. Burgundy has declared war on the new enemy Provence. They cite conquest Casus Belli. That's interesting, because it would be nice to go after Burgundy. Württemberg accepted peace from Ravensburg. So what happened there? Do I need to reset this? I do. Damn. So I can't see. Truce with Alsace, Bavaria, Württemberg. It would be nice to know. So Württemberg is at war with Baden and Hesse in the Württembergian conquest of Bresengau. So we will have to keep an eye on that, whether we need to wade in, play the dutiful emperor, and clean out that province. But I think we should be okay for now. Baden will pay 50 ducats, conquest colours, but they don't do anything. Fantastic. So that war is now over? Yes, that war is now over. So all they took was money, so it's not a big issue. Slightly frustrating that we don't have the same. Same dynasty as Austria. So he's going to be taking the throne in 8 years. Sometimes you can get a very early PU over Hungary just due to the circumstances by which they go without an heir. Oh dear, we only have 2. Excuse me. We only have 2 electors currently voting for us. They have plus 19 from diplomatic relation. Our prestige is very low. So it would be really nice to improve the relationship of Saxony, merely to ensure that we keep our relationship with them. There isn't a huge amount of difference there. The main difference with this and with that one is the relationship. So I think I will try and get rid of this. We have the diplomatic. Okay, so I'll wait 8 days, try and get a royal marriage with Denmark. They will not accept. They will probably accept an alliance, and they will hopefully send us they should send us off an offer for. I know I have too many diplomatic relationships, but as Austria, you can exhaust your diplomatic relationships, particularly early on, slightly. With being within the HRE and with having very few naval provinces, you don't really have to do too much. They will not accept. So this would So if I were to send a demand for unlawful territory, they would... Is it this province? Yeah, so I could go to war with them. Oh no, sorry, it's Anhalt. That was Saxony, James. You're an idiot. Yeah, so at this stage, if I allow my diplomat to come back, I will demand unlawful territory from them, which they won't accept. It will mean that we get Poland has formed a PU over Lithuania, which is absolutely standard practice. Brandenburg will refuse, obviously. We'll wait till the 12th of October, and there, as I said in the first episode, Lithuania will no longer be a valid rival for us. It's a pity we can't take Brandenburg. I will take Venice, I think, just because no one else on that list really makes sense. There's a possibility for Provence, but they are quite far away to get to. Venice I don't like taking because we will struggle to gain power projection off them just because they are allied with France. We do now have costly embargoes on the country that is no longer valid. We will allow them to come back, and we will issue an embargo when we're able. There is the royal marriage offer from Denmark, which is fantastic. Issue embargo to Venice, allow him to return, diplomat get back, and then we will most likely go to war with Brandenburg. Declare war. They are... Oh, they allied with Poland, which is not tasty. Not sure I like that. We would like to take Anhalt, which we do have the... We have both Hungary and Bohemia, Poland and Lithuania. That is actually a pretty difficult war. I'm not completely confident in my own ability yet. So they have annexed an Imperial Principality, and the Castle of Bella is valid for another 5 years. So we will allow that to play out as it will. We don't want to go to war yet because I don't really want to be... I don't really want to be at war with Poland. I am losing my grip on the HRE a little bit, which is not particularly nice. How old is my guy? He's 32, so he still does have some time. As things stand though, we are not being re-elected. So it would be really nice to... So as you can see, that modifier with Mainz is huge. We will improve relations with them. Guarantee that we have 3 electors voting for us. Saxony is very close. They are currently voting for Brandenburg, but it's really nice to get Mainz back on our side. That the alliance with electors allows us to get a +30 relationship boost plus a +50 relationship boost to the relations booster. So it is really important to get that. There are 54 member states. Anhalt is the only state that has been lost. I really like that is the case. we wouldn't like to lose too many, and it would be really nice to complete our mission. So I would like to do something now that we didn't get to do in the first episode. I would like to go through. So Burgundy have separate pieced out Switzerland. Well, and also treaties. That's fine. No major issues there. Have a look through Austrian ideas. I will just leave it running because the game is going fairly slowly. We have imperial ambition. Obviously, as you can see, Austria is meant to be the emperor, which means that we gain plus 10% imperial authority, diplomatic annexation cost, fort maintenance, yearly inflation reduction and interest per annum, diplomatic reputation plus 2, which is beautiful in the HRE, missionary strength plus 2, diplomatic relations, discipline and reinforce speed, and when we complete them all we get 50% chance of a new heir. So I think we will be going down a relatively large diplomatic idea run in order to increase the number of diplomatic ideas that we have. That will greatly improve our standing within the HRE, which I am a little bit worried about. We do have 3 people voting for us and the other 4 are split. They will not be voting in a consistent manner. We do only have +4 relationship with Cologne, so it will be really nice to be able to go and improve relations with them once our mission to improve relations with Salzburg has ticked by. We can have a look at the disputed succession tab. Denmark. It would be really, really nice to. A noble from House von Habsburg will succeed the throne. So if they do die, it is unlikely because they are age 21 and they do have multiple royal marriages. But if they do die, then someone from our dynasty will take the throne, as they did with Hungary, and then we will be able to claim their throne. So that is a fun part of the game that we haven't really looked at. We're not making any money from trade whatsoever, mainly because we haven't got very many ships and not much control of the Venetian trade node, which is kind of the only profitable end node that we have. Obviously, as you can see, this is our home trade node, so we have 18% in here, but we don't have very much power. The majority of trade is naturally being pulled up there, so if I change my guy to here, it doesn't actually make any difference. It increases actually by 0.24 tick at the end of the month, so it may be possible for us to increase the amount of ships that we have here a little bit. As I said, it would be really nice to take over Venice in the future and kind of begin to dominate the Venetian trade node, but I don't think that's a likely possibility at the moment. Bohemia declared new. Please don't, Bohemia. It wouldn't be very nice if I got Imperial Liberation CB against you, because we are actually allied. So I don't really want to go to war with you. I think once I have a diplomat available, I will warn Bavaria. They are liable to go after these OPMs who are around here, and it would be nice to kind of preserve those OPMs a little bit, just to prevent losing the number of princes within the empire. We are still on 54, so we're not in too much risk. I believe every 5 princes gives you 0.01 imperial authority. So there's +1 imperial authority, so that probably has jumped our relationships up a little bit. Improved relations with the Elector Brandenburg. So Brandenburg, currently we have relations with them of 25. So that would be entirely possible. Yes, so I believe we'll take that mission, as it will give a very, very nice 5 Imperial Authority, 10 Administrative Power, and 5 Legitimacy. However, before we do that, I believe I will warn Bavaria so that they don't go and... I can't remember where it is. Was it in here? Send warning. There it is. Allow 3 days to come back. Brandenburg. Poland will still come in despite the fact they have 20 war exhaustion. Obviously, because it's a defensive war, it's incredibly high. So I don't think I will be able to take advantage of the CB that I do have with them right now. So I will improve relations. If I do need to drop relations with them, obviously you receive a stability here. I believe it's if you have plus 100 relationship with them, but I will be able to... there we are. We have Imperial Authority against Cleves. No, against Cologne. We will be able to drop our opinion with Brandenburg if we were to send an assault with them. Cleves will see Berg to Cologne. Cleves will pay 100 ducats with the conquest Casus Belli. Right. So... that is the only province that is an issue. Cologne is not voting for us, does not have... they are allied with us. So I mean, it would be very nice to go and kick some butt over here. I will dissolve our alliance, which will mean that they won't vote for us. Wait till the 2nd of April, and then I think go to war with them. 2nd of April. So who will come in? Hungary? Yeah, sure. I shouldn't need it. Liège, Magdeburg, Cleves and Hesse. Oh, I didn't demand unlawful territory, so I didn't actually have a CB. I'll allow that CB to process, and then they had the outrageous ball to refuse. Who knew? We are 3rd, Palatinate, Hungary. Does that alter anything? No. So Cleves will not come in. Magdeburg, Liège and Hesse. Okay. So I will declare war. I will raise our army maintenance, which means that we will be losing some money. Do I want to raise war taxes? No, I don't think I do. 2.79 is reinforcements. So we still will be making a small amount of money. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Are we in a position to be re-elected? We are. So if we lost our current leader, we would be re-elected, and therefore, for that reason, I think I will use... shock is the most important modifier at this stage of the game, and 2 maneuver is not too bad. So I will... who am I at war with? Allow their defensive calls to go out. There we are. So I think I'll go for Hesse first. I shouldn't need all of the troops, but I will send them forward. I will lower the speed relatively dramatically. we have Hungary and Palatinate on this war, which is brilliant. We're in Bohemia, a war with Würzburg, yeah. So let's see how this war goes. This is our first view of war in this game. Again, I apologise if I'm not completely up to scratch to the high standards that you guys require from me. I won't move in just yet. I may want to go round actually. I may want to go there and then just to avoid a small amount of attrition. This army will come this way. Yeah, and stay there for a moment while I get a tick of morale. I'll leave this army down here. I don't think I need him. If we look at the relative strength of alliance, it's hugely in our favour. Some of that is Hungary, who do have, you know, a slightly worse tech level, worse troops because they are Eastern. Yeah, they are Eastern techs. They have slightly worse troops, but they will be more than welcome in terms of numbers. They will have to gain access, which I'm not sure they'll be able to do, but I feel like it was worthwhile. Okay, so I have been caught out because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy discussing Hungary's tech level. So they have a 1-0. We have a... So they'll have a slight advantage in the fire phase, which isn't hugely relevant at this stage of the game. We will have a 3 shock advantage, which should be a strong modifier. Yes, I think we should win this. We have far superior numbers. There we go. Except Hesse have jumped in as well. So they do have the -1, which is nice, but we only have a +1 modifier in the shock phase. I don't think I'm actually going to win this. Silly me, but chattering away about Hungary's tech level rather than... We might just get away with it actually. That shock modifier is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to merge up, move here. Select these guys. There we are. We have fewer things to merge together now, and then we can steadily siege out Hesse. One of the biggest things that I am going to miss from Art of War that we don't have in this version of the game is the ability to demand war reparations, which are absolutely beautiful. They give you the ability to get 10% of someone's income per month as a recompensation for them going to war with you, having the gall and the desire to go to war with you, which is outrageous of them really. But so I will just have to make do with relatively normal peace deals, which doesn't really matter how I spread my troops here at the moment, just because I don't have... Where's he going? Just because I don't have any cannons, so my army distribution is not hugely beneficial either way. I will merge these guys up. Austria occupied Paderborn, fantastic. Who else is in this war again? Liège. So we'll come down here. Can I not make it down here? No, I can. I'm just clicking on a random hitbox that doesn't make sense. So this is only moving very slowly at 28%. I don't believe that our leader has any siege value. Where is our leader? Here he is. No, the Hungarians do, but it would be... I love the music in EU4, it's absolutely lovely. We have an 8% war score. It's going off. Obviously there's Magdeburg in this war as well. Don't know where Magdeburg are. They're all the way over here. What do they have? Do they have anything interesting? They really don't. I think it's worthwhile. I don't think it's worthwhile breaking their treaty with Cologne. It really doesn't make that much difference. So I think I'll just continue to... We can separate peace out Hesse. They won't enjoy... They won't enjoy us sitting on us. They're coming in with a few troops there. They have a 4-2. And we don't actually have a leader. We have a 2-0-2. Hungary should jump in quite quickly. We have a far superior numbers advantage. This is startling. Makes you beg the question why on earth they came in there. But so what have we got here? 1% attrition. I think Hungary's going to go take care of this Liège army for me, which is nice. I don't really want to. I'm going to split this stack in half and move half over here to the occupied castle, which shouldn't suffer attrition once I get there, and then I should only be suffering 1% attrition on this stack rather than both of the stacks. These sieges may take a little while. They have only a few troops left in the alliance. Yeah, they only have 2,000 troops left. And they're there, so they're about to get stack wiped. Hopefully. No, I think... yes, they didn't get stack wiped, so... which is pretty good. Okay, so Würzburg will cede Bamberg to Bohemia. So what happened there then, Bohemia? Bamberg. Where am I looking? Where are they? Würzburg. So they haven't actually wiped anyone off the map. We do still have 54 princes. I don't think it's a huge issue. They would not accept unlawful territory, so I don't think there is much point in demanding that from them. We can dismiss that. We don't want to call Bohemia and Saxony into this war. There is a new mechanic in the patch, I believe, that means that you can only make so many offensive calls to war. I believe it might be once every 10 years. So consuming a offensive call to arms from all of my allies at this point, when I may want to go on another offensive war in the near future, does not seem sensible. So I will just... Bohemia broke their alliance with Mainz. Interesting. So I think I will just continue as I am here. Sure, willing to trust somewhat. They are still currently voting for Nassau. Just improve relations with them. Get a drink of coffee. It is fairly late in the evening. I'm not sure why I'm drinking coffee. I just love coffee so much. Nom 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 nom. Tasty, tasty. Also just serves to clear my throat. I never realised how much these Let's Plays really grate on your throat. So I don't like either of them particularly. What is our... South Tyrol is here. Our autonomy is 8.6%, so it would go up to 25%. Vienna currently has a base tax of 7, which would go up to 8, and we would lose 1 base tax in South Tyrol. I was just there, why didn't I look? Yeah, I think this is fine. It's certainly the better of the two options, I think. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll just allow this. This has been a slightly longer episode, but we'll just allow this war to play out. Peace out, Cologne, and then we'll end the episode there. It has been a relatively successful first war. I did allow myself to get jumped a little bit by the Cologne army, mainly because I was wittering on like an absolute mindless buffoon. But I feel comfortable raising the speed just because they have 1,000 troops. We have the option to get Diplo power, which I don't think I'm going to take. Not right now. As I've said, Diplo tech isn't particularly the strongest thing as Austria, just because they don't have many sea provinces. They don't have a huge amount of trade. Their home trade node is not a sea node, so you can't send ships there. Okay, so we've taken the siege of Cologne, so we can actually peace out already. But I would like to peace out Hesse separately, just to gain a little bit of an advantage there. I don't believe they have, you know, anything they can release or anything like that, but it would just be nice to gain a small amount of... as if that didn't tick. It would be really nice to... We'll give Coburg to Cleves. So it's nice that they have 130 ducats, but I think I will just allow them this siege to tick over, and I will just move my troops back home. Just move them to Vienna, so I can now peace out these guys. Do I need you to... I don't need you to become an Austrian vassal. I would just like a little bit of money, please. 59 ducats. I don't need either castle or Hessen. They're just not realistic. That's not the playstyle that we're going for. So we've gained an extra 60 ducats over what we would have done before anyway. I can't white peace out either Liège or Magdeburg. I will just allow 4 days for my... Ugh, Hansa. They always go a bit crazy. I don't think I need to do either of them. I think I'll just ask you to return that. And take the maximum amount of money possible. And I will ask you to cancel those two alliances as well, just in case they manage to influence the HRE vote. I don't want too many internal alliances. The fewer alliances that people have within the HRE, the better it is for me, I feel, just because there's a greater likelihood. Yeah, that Cologne is actually voting for Hesse, so me breaking their alliances does mean that, in theory, they will lose quite a large amount of positivity for Hesse. We've probably just removed 100 desire for Cologne to vote for Hesse. Provence will cede Burgundy to Burgundy, blah blah blah. Fine. Barroy is actually a HRE province, and I dislike Burgundy bulking up over here, but I don't think it's a huge problem. It would be nice to go after Burgundy, but I think we'll leave it there for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, then stick around and leave a comment down below. In the next episode, we'll be seeing who else we can kick around as the leader of the HRE. Hopefully we'll cement our spot, get lots of Imperial authority, and should be able to pass call for Reich reform. So, if you would like to see that, then stick around for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.